Hi Sagittarius, this is Tara and welcome to your September 2015 Psychic Tarot forecast. And I'm calling this Psychic September because it's feeling like after the summer and the kids have gone back to school and vacations are pretty much come to a close. Anybody that's taken a vacation in September, then good for you because it's an awesome time when it's not so crowded. But also, it just feels like it's a time of renewal. You know how at the beginning of the year we set our intentions, we set our goals for the year. It also feels to me like September is like this. So I'm calling it, self-describing it, Psychic September. And any of you that you pay attention to your intuition and how it comes in is really a great thing at any time of the year. Are you third eye intuitive? Are you clairvoyant? Do you see? Do you hear? Do you feel? Are you empathic? A lot of people get intuitive hits from their body. So if you walk into a space or you're buying a house or you're leasing an apartment or an office space, see how your body feels when you're inside of there. Just stand there and take it in. If it's kind of like, I don't know, something's not feeling right, pay attention to that. Our bodies are barometers. If it feels good, then that's a good sign. Okay, so let me know in the comments below. Are you clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient? Do you just know? How does it come to you? Maybe it's different than anybody else. Okay, I've gotten comments that from Reiki masters and all types of people, so I appreciate your comments. All right, so I'm going to pull a 4-card spread from John Holland's Psychic Tarot deck again. I love this deck. The artwork's gorgeous and there's a lot of symbolism. And really tarot cards are about stimulating our intuition. So there we go. Because they are colorful, they do have symbology. These have numerology as well as the major and minor arcana cards. So I'm pulling 4 for you, and I pull as I feel them. And a couple want to come out here, so that's always good. If they fall on the floor, or which I've had happen, believe me, or they fall on your desk or your table, or they just want to come out, then that's the message for you or your client for this month. And this really is a great deck. I suggest any of you that are thinking about a deck, this is really a good one. Not that I sell them, but I'm just saying this is a good one. Okay, so here are your 4. And let's start with the first one. The first one is a spirit card. And the spirit cards are minor arcana cards, and they have to do with our spiritual aspirations, our inspiration, our spiritual force, and our spiritual grounding or foundation. And this is the number 3, partnerships and alliances. And immediately when I look at this card, I feel real happy for you guys. Okay, so number 3 in numerology, as you know, I'm a numerologist. And so number 3 is about communicating. It's about creating. A lot of 3 birth paths. When you add up your complete birthday, 3s are writers, dancers, musicians. It's kind of out there, want to speak your message. And it feels very cooperative as well for you this month, being a partnerships and alliances. Okay, so it feels like there's a real, I mentioned spiritual force, but it really does feel like there's a real spiritual force coming together for you, or that's already started, but it's coming in alliance with. So as you know, I'm going to read this straight on as well as couple it with my intuition, and I look straight at the card and see what comes to me first. And it's interesting, it's actually her bracelet and the yellow below her bracelet. Okay, so that's interesting. And this can be with a man, woman. This can be a partnership with alliance with a group, with a project. So let's tune in and see how, for me, this comes up for you guys. I'm really zeroed in on that yellow, and so that yellow is, maybe that's why when I first looked at this, I just really got a happy, joyous feeling. Yellow is also about communication, and I'm doing my chin like you're going to be speaking, or you're going to be talking or communicating more ideas. I think you guys are getting excited. Wow, this is a feeling for me. I think you're getting excited again about your your job, your business, your alliance with others, not only doing business with or co-workers, but just in alliance with that spiritual force that we're talking about. And I feel like you're getting excited again. You have some good ideas coming. Yeah, I got some chills on that. So for me, that's a yes. And I continue to look at this yellow below her bracelet and into the purple. So the yellow feels like, okay, you're getting sure, you're feeling sure-footed, you're feeling that things are coming together. The purple, to me, that flag part denotes that there is some wispiness. I'm almost seeing, this is fun, I'm almost seeing like in someone's backyard, they're having like a huge children's or grandchildren's birthday party, and this may be some of you, and that there's going to be like those huge tall slides and or rides and or a clown. I don't know why that's coming up during this reading, but any of you that have kids or grandkids that there's, you know, Virgo and or Libra and or Sagittarius, you know, that could be the case. So it just feels like there's some celebration with this card, and I really am seeing quite a few people celebrating this. It's almost like a big backyard, big park, something like that. The other thing that really gets my attention, well, just the hand holding there, really in alliance with. And this could be also with partnerships. It feels like a husband and wife that, you know, maybe there's been a little bit of grinding back and forth. It doesn't feel extremely serious, but, you know, maybe there's been some tension. And it's, when I look at this card with the two hands for you guys, I just feel like, oh wow, we're working. So there's some sweetness about this. So really wonderful sweetness about it. I'm taking a deep breath there. So that is good. That's relationships. I'm seeing that some of those are really cementing together after this grinding period. I'm seeing, you know, like I said, if there's any kids, grandkids that you're celebrating their birthdays, or if you are, or you know someone that's going back to college. I'm just hearing someone going to college, and it almost felt like a graduation party, but September's not normally when you graduate, it's normally when you go back to school. But maybe there's a celebration around this person going to college. So that's a pretty awesome card to start with. And actually, you guys have some pretty great cards this month. Wonderful. The next card for your 4-card spread for September 2015 Sagittarius is the number 1 physical card. And this is Prosperity Begins. And the physical cards denote prosperity, just like it says, financial abundance, our possessions, the material world, money, everything that we project. Wow, okay, so you got the number 1, Prosperity Begins, the number 1 card of 9 physical cards, basically. So this is really anew. I'm hearing the words anew, like it's new and anew. Something's coming up roses for you guys. Prosperous. Interesting. You know, I said a minute ago when it's feeling like you're feeling joyous again, there is some prosperity coming out of that. That's a good thing. There's some money, there's some abundance, there's some financial. I'm hearing some of you are going to be talking either, I don't know if you work for a financial institution, but you're going to be talking to a financial institution. Maybe you're going to be buying a car or possibly a house, or maybe getting something financed. But it feels like, you know, this is a general reading, as you know, but it feels like that some of you are going to be talking to a financial institution or get something financed. Even a computer or a really nice TV or something like that. So that's a good thing. And then when I look at this card intuitively, I'm really seeing this one orange right in here, the top one, and the light above that. Okay, so that one little orange feels like it's dancing, and then there's light above it. You know, happy feet. It feels like you guys are, your feet are smiling. You're happy again. things are becoming more sure-footed if they haven't been, and maybe they've been wonderful. I'm just saying for those of you that have felt a little bit of like you wanted things to prosper more, or come on, let's kind of get it on a prosperous wave. And I'm seeing also the internet. So those of you who you sell your goods, or you post blogs, or you write whatever for the internet, or you have your own website, that feels really prosperous for me, for you. So I encourage you. Now I'm seeing a glass of red wine. So that again, that's celebration. Okay. So, and chills. Okay. So I encourage you to, you writers, Sag writers, who, you know, you're great storytellers. I know I said this last time, but you guys are great storytellers and you're good writers. And number one in numerology, every time I do a chart for someone and their birth path equals a number one, they are great at writing, because it's like you channel it and it just comes into writing form. So there's some fun prosperity for you all. And then the other thing I'm noticing is the down here where the roots are, but really this ball right here. And for me, for you, it just feels like, you know, this is, you've planted your tree. That's a firm seed. So anything that projects that you begin in the last 4, 5, 6 months this year, and possibly even, you know, possibly even going back to November of last year. I'm hearing the number 5. So anywhere from November to in the last 5 months. Keep it up. I'm seeing a train going quickly, which to me means things are moving at a great pace for you, at a good speed for you, so that you can envelop and produce your own projects more and more. That's exciting. Okay. Very cool. All right, Sagittarius. And your third card, wow. Your third card is another physical card. And this is a number 3. Remember we had partnerships and alliances, number 3. This is the number 3 of the physical cards. And we just had the number 1. Now you get the 3, which is recognition and reward. Oh my gosh. Is that pretty awesome? Okay. So I'm looking at this card, and as you know, you can see he's very humble and the light is just streaming down on him. So that's pretty amazing. Yeah, I just want you guys to look at this for a minute. It's just like, yeah, just hold it there for a minute and, you know, take it in. Take in that recognition and reward. Take in, bask in the limelight. Yeah, I'm just wanting to hold it here, you guys, just to let you feel it and see it. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. He's humble about it, but you know, wow, that has a great feeling of satisfaction and value. The value that you're giving is coming back to you. The value that you've given, the value over the years. And for some of you, I'm getting over like 19 years of value, which I don't know if you've been doing the same thing for 19 years, or at least 19 years or 19 years ago, or you're 19, I think you're older than 19, but some of you, again, it may be college folks. Okay, so I'm going to intuitively look at this. And you know what I'm seeing when I look at you guys? I mean, I'm feeling the light, but look at his hands. His hands are on his robe. They're pointing down, and they're feeling a couple things. You're still very open to, it's not like this is the end of the road. You're still very open to being vulnerable, to receiving the kindness that people have to offer. You know, a lot of times it's not only giving, but it's giving, it's receiving. So letting that energetic flow go with you. Let it, feel it. it feels very grounding for me. The other thing I'm noticing is these pyramid looking purple shaped symbols behind him. And they're very sharp at the top. Okay, so this feels to me like you guys have really put in some time and thinking. It's interesting. Purple is a very spiritual number. It's sixth and seventh chakra, third eye and crown chakra stuff. But it feels like to me it's coming up as you've been thinking a lot about how you want things to go. It feels like some of you guys have moved in the last couple of years, and you've just started building more of a foundation, and that they're pointing up. Again, I'm getting seventh chakra stuff. So any of you that you meditate or you take time by the pool, we still have September. In some of the parts of the country is still warm, but just keep that open, because I really do see that, the other thing I'm seeing is recognition and reward. That the buttons, you're actually receiving medals. You're actually receiving medals, or rewards or awards for a job well done. Interestingly enough, I just saw some golfers on a fairway, and I know some of you probably don't golf, and some of you may, or your husband does, or your wife does, or your cousin, or your uncle, or your aunt, or your brother, or your corporation you work for, or not. But it just feels like there are awards, and maybe it's a kind of like a country club feeling, or at least it feels that nice that it would be from a country club feeling. Okay, that's an awesome card to get. And then you guys, this is an amazing 4-card spread. Your fourth card of this 4-card spread is the Light card. And the Light card is a major arcana card. It's the same as the Sun card in traditional tarot. Now, if not the most positive, one of the most positive cards in the deck. Okay, so this is wishes fulfilled. This is dreams that you've hoped for coming true. This is those of you who travel by air. There's some real success in this. All of a sudden I'm seeing some of the more Malaysia, Far East areas that maybe some of you are doing business with. Let's see, again, business owners, a lot there. You're going to start seeing some wishes fulfilled. As far as relationships, let me tune in for a minute. I'm seeing with relationships, personal relationships with a spouse, and also with a younger, I'm getting a male, or some males about 14, 15 years old, in maybe middle school. And so it might be that you are a mentor, teacher, professor, someone who has helped someone else's dreams come true, or they may be your own. This is an extremely, extremely positive card. And when I look at it, it really, I just keep looking at the yellow here. You've had a couple of yellows in your cards. The yellow's above her head, and also the yellow right there on her forearm. So it's almost like the joy is holding up her arm. The joy of the benefits of what you're doing, and you're helping others, and you're serving others. We're all serving someone, whether you're, you mow lawns or you're royalty, you're serving others. And it just feels like you guys, with this partnerships and alliances, and with prosperity begins, recognition and reward, that how can you not help but the light, wishes fulfilled. I'm feeling really good. This is the last card of the month. OMG, that's a pretty awesome card. So thank you so much, Sag, for watching and subscribing and sharing my videos. And I encourage you, if you haven't subscribed, the link down below or the button below, you can do that. And also, if you'd like a personal reading which is in much more detail and much more about you specifically, you can go on the link below, which is www.themagicalmatrix.com. I'm so happy to hear from you guys. Let me know how you get your intuitive hits, and let me know how your week or your month is going. I'm excited for you. I think there's some real prosperous opportunities coming up. I'm also seeing water around you. So that feels good and calming. Have a awesome month, and I'll talk to you in October.